In 2017, a new research and innovation university was inaugurated here in Morocco. Designed from the outset to be an ecosystem for innovation, research, and entrepreneurship, the first of its kind to be built in Africa. A next-generation university with 5 founding principles: promoting research, innovation, and entrepreneurship, developing skills and knowledge, bringing forth a new generation of competent leaders, developing sustainable partnerships, sharing the values of social responsibility and sustainable development, attracting many of the best minds from Africa and across the world to its main campus here in Ben Guir, 50 kilometers from Marrakesh. Mohammed VI Polytechnic University has a forward-looking approach to research and education, fully focused on innovation, experimentation, and the pursuit of excellence, with an ethos of learning by doing. PhD students and professors work together as part of a unique entrepreneurial culture, developing pertinent research projects critical to helping Africa realize its potential, with experimentation at the heart of education, starting research in small laboratories before scaling up to full-size experimentation in our living labs. Such as the experimental farms to test new methods in agriculture and fertilization. Making ideas grow and incubate in the innovation and entrepreneurship platform with a network of mentors, coaches, and numerous scale-up opportunities. Tackling the challenges of education in Africa is a core principle of the university by being close to policymakers while being anchored in academic analysis and knowledge. The university focuses on bringing concrete answers to the population's needs. The Digital Learning Lab develops digital modes of education, including massive open online courses, widening the reach of education and knowledge. The university aims to bring forth a new generation of environmentally conscious, competent leaders, offering scholarships to the best students from remote areas, being socially inclusive, giving a chance to everybody to succeed. The university is connected to a global network of academic and research institutions, while also developing partnerships with public institutions and industry, collaborating in R&D, continuous education, and knowledge transfer. Revitalizing agriculture in Africa is a challenge not only for the people of Africa, but for the people of an ever-growing world. By bringing humanities and technology sciences to the continent, and by educating the next generation of competent leaders, Mohammed VI Polytechnic University brings a solid contribution to Africa's sustainable development. Mohammed VI Polytechnic University, nurturing today's talent, impacting tomorrow's Africa.
Okay. Greetings to you all. My name is Mohammed Boulif, and I'm professor at the School of Agriculture at UM6P and acting director at the same time. I would like to introduce you to our school and its main successful master program entitled the Fertilizer Science and Technology Master Program. Okay? So, full screen. As I said, our School of Agriculture, Fertilization, and Environmental Sciences Sciences, there is a mistake there, known by its acronym ESAF, a French acronym, École des sciences de l'agriculture, de la fertilisation et de l'environnement. And I'd like to introduce you to our accredited master program in fertilizer science and technology. Okay, ESAF is the School of Agriculture at UM6P oriented Africa. It has been designed, it has been created to serve African agriculture. And it aims to train agricultural experts in the fertilizer science and technology, equipped with strong knowledge on African agriculture in order to contribute to food security of the continent and its sustainable development. The Fertilizer Science and Technology Master aims to train agricultural experts and entrepreneurs to boost agricultural productivity in Africa through the responsible use of fertilizers. That's very important, responsible use of fertilizers. This master prepares executives to serve as advisors to African farmers or as experts operating in the fertilizer industry. And we have chosen that the program be taught entirely in English and is designed to provide the most comprehensive training possible in the field. The admission and selection criteria are as follows. The Master in Fertilizer Science and Technology is open to candidates holding a Bachelor of Science degree. And in Morocco, we call that Licence L3. In the fields of biological, chemical, and environmental sciences or equivalent. Application to these masters may be submitted on the UM6P electronic platform through the link my.um6p.ma. And for more information, you can drop an email to our school at the address you see on the screen, asaf@um6p.ma, or simply drop a WhatsApp message to the number that is on screen. Or else you can visit the ASAF website, asaf.um6p.ma. Candidates selected on the basis of their credentials, that means the papers, the diplomas, the transcripts. If you are selected, you will be invited to a written test and an oral interview. Both the written test and the oral interview will be conducted in English. So some knowledge of English is indispensable, is vital. Okay? The selection criteria, again detailed, will be based on credentials, the written technical quiz, an English language test that is mutualized with other programs, and that is conducted by our language lab here at UM6P. And the interview will be in person for local candidates and online for international candidates. Our aim and target for the next academic year, 2021-2022, will be to have 25 students in our master's program. So who will be selected among the 150, the 200, whatever number we will be getting very soon. Ranking of the candidates will be based on a global score, taking into account, as I said, the credentials, the written quiz, the English test, and the interview. The selection and the testing processes are conducted by the admission jury, composed of 3 subcommittees. Each subcommittee is playing a role. Okay? What is important for us is to have a diversity in our student population. For the first cohort, we had 6 students coming from 8 different countries. The second cohort, 17 students coming from 6 countries. And the third cohort, we have 20 students coming from 10 nationalities. Unfortunately, we had some dropouts, so the number is less. The structure of the Fertilizer Science and Technology Master is structured according to the Moroccan law governing the masters in the country. It encompasses 4 semesters. The 3 first semesters are for coursework, and every semester entails 6 modules. Most of those modules revolve around the fertilizer science and technology from different standpoints. The 4th semester is devoted to an internship, which will be carried out in the OCP ecosystem or in partnership with other organizations, such as the International Fertilizer Development Center, IFDC, or the African Plant Nutrition Institute, APNI, located in African countries such as Ghana, Kenya, Nigeria, Rwanda, and maybe other countries. So wherever those 2 organizations are stationed, they help us receive our interns in their programs. And our teaching is delivered by an international and diversified teaching staff. So you will get that privilege of having teachers coming from all over the world. Our program uses also innovative pedagogical approach based on learning by doing, which will be presented by Professor Manal Mhada. We give also the chance to our students to go to visit the labs of researchers in a session called Open Labs. We have a module devoted to innovation hours dealing with agri-entrepreneurship, where the students are initiated to the entrepreneurial mindset and the procedures to create their own enterprise. Of course, we make a point that our students gain knowledge in the digital world, and that's how this digital skills have helped us during the COVID pandemic. And at last but not the least, we give our students the chance to get involved in virtual exchange programs with their peers in American universities. And here you see the screen of students, a mixed students of African students and American students, tackling a subject or working on common projects. ASAF is using a number of partnerships, sustainable partnerships, and you see him here on the screen. We're working with another with a great number of organizations, be it educational or research organizations, to back up our teaching programs. UM6P is an inclusive university. It gives scholarships and financial aid, and that is in line with its social commitment to support students through a financial aid system covering up to 100% of the total education costs if you are among the excellent students. If you are not, you will get some coverage, of course. And our students will enjoy the campus life, where you can find the help and support you need through a wide range of UM6P services. We have an excellent room and board. We have excellent room and board facilities. We have a sports center, learning center, which means a library, well-equipped and electronic databases, a health center to look over the student health as well as the staff, and a student empowerment office for social and cultural activities to the students on campus and beyond. And with that, I close my presentation. I thank you very much. And it is my privilege to hand it over to Professor Mustafa Bouhsini, who will speak to you about the agricultural research at UM6P.
Thank you so much, Professor Boulif. And it's a pleasure for me to be with you today and speak to you about agriculture at UM6P, and which is one of the most important faculty here at the university. We are located here in Ben-Gurir. We do have agrobiosciences and then an African Genome Center. So this is the agrobioscience. We have different programs, ISAF, and this is School of Agriculture. This is what Professor Boulif just covered now. And we have an African Soil and Fertilization Center. And then we have basically another center dealing with innovation in agriculture and technology transfer. And one of the tasks is to establish several experimental stations in Africa. And then we have the program Biodiversity and Plant Sciences, where we cover microbiome, plant microbe interaction, plant physiology, because we know the stresses, heat and drought, and then crop improvement. Crop improvement, we're targeting really orphan, underutilized crops in Africa. We know that there are a lot of crops that are, in terms of nutritional quality, excellent, but really they are underutilized. And we have, UM6P has to focus on targeting those crops. And then we cover also plant health, plant pathology, entomology, all the the parasites basically of the crops. And then we have a program or a sub-program on biomass valorization, where we valorize waste and plant extract, etc., for different purposes. So, of course, the agrobioscience department is linked to several other units at the university. So there is a lot of linkage with other units and departments. Now, just a little bit of detail about these different programs. The soil and fertilization, it covers land, soil health, soil mapping, fertilizer science, land use planning. The biodiversity and plant sciences, it covers, as I described earlier, microbiome, biodiversity and crop improvement, and biomass valorization and processes. And then the African Genome Center is not part of the agrobioscience, but it is serving, of course, agrobiosciences and other departments at the university. And then we have the ITEC, Sustainable Farming Center. It covers species conservation, rehabilitation, agricultural system, and then digital and mechanization. And then, of course, there is a lot of work across these different programs. So it is an interdisciplinary work among the different programs. Now, the African Genome Center, it's really a very excellent facility here at the UM6P, where we do from DNA extraction all the way to sequencing, genotyping, gene expression, proteomic and metabolic, and of course, bioinformatics. So it's really an excellent facility serving agrobiosciences and other departments. We do have an African Sustainable Agriculture Research Institute in the south of Morocco. And of course, in the desert of Morocco, we have, it's a different ecosystem, different plant, different problems, salt, etc., And you see here the first problem we are tackling here is biosaline agriculture, of course, salinity. So, of course, we have plant physiology, plant nutrition, soil and irrigation management. And then since it's a completely different ecosystem, these are plants in that ecosystem, microalgae or macroalgae in that ecosystem. So we have a whole program on valorization of those native plants or native macro or micro algae. And then, of course, the only animal that's really adapted to that climate or environment is the camel. So there is a whole program on research, really on animal production and nutrition, camel health, genetics and physiology, animal nutrition, valorization. And then, of course, there is a whole program on water energy and water and energy program. Water, because in the south of Morocco, rainfall is very limited. So this is why we have to do desalination of seawater. And then, of course, a lot of research on wastewater treatment, etc. And then there is a whole program on energy for agriculture, like clean energy, energy sources, and energy efficiency. So I don't think I will go because of the time constraints. I will just stop here. I will not go into the different platform we have here at Agrobioscience. And it will be my pleasure, of course, to introduce the next speaker, Professor Manal Mhada. She is a biodiversity specialist, and she will be talking to you about learning by doing. That's quite a nice program she's doing. And the floor is yours, Professor Manal. Manal, you are still muted. You don't hear you.
Oh, thank you, Sebastiani. So I was saying, I was telling you that I'm very happy to be here today and to talk to the world through this channel, and to speak about the Learning by Farming program that we designed together at ESAF to bring students to real life, to real agriculture, and to let them know what's the real challenges that are facing farmers and agriculture in Morocco, in Africa, and in other parts of the world. So my name is Manal, and I am a researcher at Agrobioscience department. My mission at ESAF is to bring students to the farm and let them experience the reality of agriculture, to experience all the constraints that we have in the field regarding soil, water, the work, the work charge, and also how difficult the life of a farmer in Africa. So the mission of the program is to develop in-field trainings for students, and also to build a bridge and the relationship between the participants that are the master students with the local community, with the people who are working at the experimental farm, and also to let them face the challenges so we can think together about solutions that are using participative approach that include the students and also the local community. So as far as I'm concerned, so this is a program that I really love, and I work on it with a great passion, because I believe that it's I'm committed. This is a way how I can serve my community through research and education. So the objective of the program is to allow the participant to apply in the field some of the theoretical aspects they learned at ESAF program. So, for example, when they know how to apply for example, they have a class about fertilizer application. Directly, they go to the farm and they learn how to prepare a plot, how to apply fertilizer, and how to seed all follow the plant growth cycle, and they can also get to know the crops and how they grow, how they evolve, and how they from seeding to harvest. Also, we are doing many hands-on on different stages of crops from seeding to harvest, and in that way we make it easy for students for their end of study project to get quickly involved in research and easily adapted to the research environment. And through this program, we allow to the participants to really learn by doing. For that reason, we named the program "Learning by Farming." So this is the from where it comes, and also we are received by we are working this program at the experimental farm, which is a living lab in the area where we are located. That's which called Rahamna, which is located in a semi-arid area with less than 200 millimeters a year of rain, which means that this is like a harsh environment where we need to think together about solutions and about, as I said, participative solutions. So as you see here, we have, this is the third year we are doing this program for the 3 cohort. And each year I get to know more the challenges, and I get to know more students from Morocco, and also it gives me opportunity to know people from other countries in Africa. And also it allows me personally to discover other culture in Africa. So here are some pictures of students trying to transplant seedlings, and also to work the field. And you see how hard is the land here we have in this area. And I give the field or the floor to Amin, who will share with us his experience in ESAF and his what he think about this. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Manal. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amin Qassam, and I am currently a student in the Fertilizer Science and Technology at ESAF, which is the School of Agriculture of Mohammed VI Polytechnique, or UM6P for short, in Benghazi, Morocco. And I will be very happy to give you a brief rundown on this master's program. The purpose of this FST master program is to train young students, such as I, for example, to become fertilizer specialists, capable of providing accurate fertilizer recommendations to farmers around the world, and especially Africa. Students will get the chance to study about all the nutrients plants need, and specifically the 3 primary nutrients: nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and the fertilizers that can provide them. They will get to know how they are made, from raw materials to final products, and even the business and economic side of it. Other than the pedagogical matters, these students will get first-hand experience by meeting farmers through field trips and know about their struggle to produce food. And to prepare you for your future job, FST Master will give you the chance to experience the learning by doing, where you will find yourselves working the land, applying fertilizers, and growing crops, even if you are a city boy or city girl, as Mana has already administered. You will also get the chance to help researchers with their current projects, either by doing lab work in open labs or participating in field experiments. Finally, we want you to know that the UM6P Fertilizer Science and Technology Master is a unique of its kind, as there is no other similar master program around the world. This has drawn interest of many universities around the world to collaborate with our ESAF school in very informative exchange programs, giving opportunities for our students to discuss problems they are facing in their own countries. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I will rest my case, and I will give the word to Melvin.
Hello, everyone. My name is Melvin Ochieng, and I'm from Kenya. I'm really excited to share my experience here at UM6P with all of you. So I did my bachelor's at Kenyatta University in Nairobi, Kenya, and I specialized in crop improvement and protection. So before I came here, I worked at a research center at an environment that both paved the way for me to apply for this master's program. And I consider myself a dreamer. And with that, I was able to dream of studying outside my country. And that's how I applied for the Master of Fertilizer Science and Environmental Sciences. And with that, I'd like to share my experience so far since I got in Morocco. Since I got here to UM6P, my experience has been amazing. From being taught by professionals in various fields from different parts of the world, to the beautiful Moroccan culture that includes learning different languages such as French, Arabic, and Darija, to recreational centers with experts to guide you for an amazing experience. The environment here is very welcoming and has students from all walks of life, with which encourages diversification. The university is also a wellspring of creativity, innovation, partnerships, and mentorships for students, which creates a platform for growth in all spheres and preparing world-class leaders of tomorrow with all the necessary tools. In order to excel academically, you need the environment, and Mohammed VI Polytechnic University offers just that. And just like flowers blooms in spring, so will we when we pursue our dreams. I wish you all the best. Thank you, and God bless. And I'd like to now welcome my colleague, Baba Kainga.
Thank you, Melvin. Greetings to everyone who's watching. My name is Baba Kainga. I am from Lilongwe, Malawi, southern part of Africa. I am also a student at ISAF, studying Fertilizer Science and Technology, master's program. I would like to talk to you about why you should apply to this master's. To begin with, I would like you all to know that the food we eat come from farming, and in particular soils, which are supported by fertilizers. And if we see our current situation in Africa, the agriculture productivity is very low, mainly because our farmers lack the knowledge of fertilizer and its use. So if you apply this master's of Fertilizer Science and Technology, it will enable you to boost the agriculture productivity in the continent and contribute to food security in Africa. Furthermore, the Fertilizer Science and Technology will prepare you for future jobs, such as fertilizer production managers, agriculture advisors to African farmers, environmental scientists, soil fertility experts, fertilizer value chain experts, fertilizer supply chain experts, agriculture consultants, and to the most important thing is that you'll be able to become an agripreneur, which is very important for the agriculture in Africa. With these few words, I would like to say thank you all, and back to you, Professor Belief.
Thank you, our great students. You delivered a good talk, and we are here for you. You are our raison d'être. So as long as you are here, we are happy. You will keep us in the job. So maybe now we will go to a Q&A session to give the chance to our viewers to ask questions about our school, university programs, and the different aspects of it. If you have any questions, yeah. So there is a question that Attar. What are the admission criteria for this master's degree? Yes, I guess I have projected a slide about that. You need to have a bachelor degree in science. It doesn't matter what science, but it must be science. And then you must have good grades, and you must undergo a test, a technical test, technical quiz, which has components, which will have questions about agricultural sciences, questions in chemistry, biology, plant science, soil science, and some logical questions, because we have such a diversified public that we recruit from. And then you will be selected on the basis of your credentials. That means your diploma, the number of years you have spent in the programs you have been in, your transcripts, and also based on the letter of recommendations that you may have obtained from your professors or your any other person who could give us an idea on your potential as a good student. So we are interested in excellency. We are interested in excellent student, in excellent profiles. So that's the reason why I said we will be selecting 25 excellent students out of the 150 or the 200 that would apply. So it's really very competitive. And you need to have good transcripts. You need to have not spend a lot of time during your scholarly life. We do not accept a lot of catch-ups. We want to have people who have good potential. And these are the criteria. I think I have answered. I would be happy to answer other questions if you have. So with the low number you are considering, will you consider diversity and location? Of course. Of course. As I said in the beginning, our school is oriented Africa. So the university policy is that we have a mixture of students, diversity, about 75% of international students, let's say 70% international students coming from Africa or from other parts of the world. Because this year we have a student from Haiti, and he's happy to be with us. And his advantage is he speaks French and English. And I tease him in class. I tackle him in class. I like that. And he plays he's a link between sometimes myself and other students who could not understand French. So we're open. We have the ambition to receive students even from Europe and America. Why not? Australia, New Zealand, if they are interested in our school, we'll be happy to have them here among us. They will only add to our diversity. Okay? What are the kind of posts we can occupy after this degree? As I said, yes, the name of the master is Fertilizer Science and Technology. That means you will learn about fertilizers. But why do we use fertilizer for? You will learn about agriculture. So with all those courses during those 3 semesters, a year and a half of coursework, you will learn, of course, about agriculture, but you will especially learn about the fertilizer industry, how to use the fertilizers, how to make recommendations for crops, for farmers, anywhere they are in the world. And we ambition that you will become a crop advisor, for example, in your own country, or working for some company, or working with the government as an extension agent, or you may well build your own enterprise, your own startup to test the soils. If you are an expert in soil testing, you can open your own business testing the soils for fertility and make fertilizer recommendations to the farmers. So it's a whole business. And it's not only the posts that you can occupy, it's the enterprises that you can create. And that's the wealth, that's the thing, that's the mindset that we would like to give to our students in this university. How to create enterprises to employ themselves and employ others. That's the future of Africa. We will not be working all in the government institutions and organizations. Governments do not have all the jobs to offer to all of us. So we have to do our best to create activity for ourselves. If you find a job, I'm not saying if you find a job with the government, so much the better. If you find a job with OCP Africa, so much the better. If you find a job with IFDC, so much the better. If you find a job with APNI, so much the better. And there are a myriads of fertilizer company that you will be working for, provided that we emphasize the use of fertilizer in agriculture to boost our agriculture. And that's how you can sell your services, your knowledge. We will teach you how to do that. If you like to go with the government, of course, if you know, if once back in your country, you are offered a position to be the advisor of the Minister of Agriculture in your country, why not? We would love that. You will be our good ambassador in that post. Okay? Okay, talking about your partner organizations for internship. If I'm from Ghana and want to do my internship with IFDC in Kenya, will that be possible? If yes, will there be provisions for logistics? Of course. Out of the 16 students we had in the first cohort, almost 9 went with IFDC and APNI in Africa. They have provided financial support in terms of airfare, air tickets, and subsistence allowance. That means stipend. You receive some money to live in the country. And it doesn't matter whether you are from Ghana, they open positions. We ask them to take our interns, and they tell us, okay, I have a post in Ghana, or I have a post in Rwanda, or a post in Nigeria, and they will put you there, depending on their network, because they have a network of experts and specialists who are working on the field. And they will receive you in their units, in their labs, in their experimental units, or in their offices. They will give you data to analyze, and you will go to the farmers to see the African farmers and talk to them, get to know about their problems, their needs, and you will develop, hopefully you will develop the skills to respond to those needs. And these are the main objectives of our training programs. Most of our interns are out in the field to work with the farmers or work with professional organizations, mainly fertilizer organization, the fertilizer industry, and agricultural organization as a whole. Okay, next question. Can we continue to doctoral studies after this master's degree? Of course. Our program is built on excellence. Excellence to allow you to find a job or to continue PhD studies if you like. And we help our students, as a matter of fact, we coach them. We encourage them to go to PhD studies. either here at UM6P or in international organizations. We provide recommendations, we talk to the people, and of course, it has been a little bit difficult this year with the COVID and with the economic situation, and especially the financial situation. It has been a little bit tough, I must confess. Hopefully next year, it will be better, but we will coach you until you get to the target, to your base. Okay? But yes, our master degree is recognized as a prerequisite for doctoral studies. Degree in business administration, but I have been farming for 2 years now, and I would love to pursue my master's in fertilizer science and technology. Please, will I get admission to your school? I hope that you have at least a minimum of biological sciences about plant science. But if you mix, if you really combine your business talents with your knowledge in plant science and some basic logical knowledge in mathematics, you will be an excellent candidate. Again, we are transparent, and we work through committees. I will encourage you to send your application, or just load it on the platform that I have mentioned before, my.um6p.ma, and you upload your application and all your credentials. And as we say in all languages, not only in French, if you do not try, you will not get anything. So please try and upload your application, and our committees will look at it, and you will get an answer. You will get a response from us, from our admission committee. Okay? Next question. That's all?
I think we need to close this, Mohammed, because that's what the message we get. So.
Okay. Yeah, it has been, yes. There is some echo somewhere. Okay. So if there is no question, it has been a joy talking to you all in your own countries, and that's the marvel of the technology. We do not have to move, we do not have to pay those air tickets, and we discuss face to face. We are face to face through the virtual world, and that is excellent. And that's the future. That's the future. And it has been great talking to you. I encourage you to apply to our master's program, and we'll be happy to have you among us, happy to get to know you, and happy to help you to develop your career. Thank you very much, and good luck to you all.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to be with you today.
I think that what we should be asking ourselves is what really is happening in Africa. And I think that it is remarkable in terms of a rising Africa and a new Africa and a lot of the different conversations that I've had. I've just come from King Mohammed VI Polytechnic University, which I think was, to put it in vernacular, blew my mind away. It was just really fantastic.
Je crois que le rêve du roi Mohamed VI, de voir que le Maroc, certainement qu'il y a des ressources, mais surtout compter sur les ressources humaines et de bâtir ces ressources, pas seulement pour le Maroc, mais pour l'Afrique et pour le monde. Donc, ce que nous sommes en train de construire ici, c'est de voir comment le monde de demain peut apprendre de l'Afrique.
I've seen here transformation. So when we talk about transformation of African economies, this is an excellent example of what can be made. It's a necessary element to transform fundamentally African economies by bringing together knowledge, education, and production.